Hi, guys, and welcome to another edition of Emmanuel's Inspirational Minutes. In this video, I want to share on the topic Master the Cycles of Life. Master the Cycles of Life. Success in our world today calls for us knowing what is happening, how it's happening, and when it's happening. Actually, I don't think success cares that we know all those details. I think success cares that we know what to do, how to do it, and when to do it in order for us to be successful. There is also the individual differences issue though. Because you are different, I am different. We all have different endeavors. We all have different desires. So it's not a one size fits all. There is one thing I believe we all have as a bottom line, we all have in common. And that's the issue of cycles. We all go through the cycles of life. Life is made up of cycles that we have to master, that we have to know, that we have to get a grasp of in order to be successful. There is the cycle of breathing, where we give out CO2 and taking O2. That's a very delicate cycle, I believe. That's why it has been automated. That's why we don't have to think about it. It just happens. There is the cycle of days and nights, weeks, months, years, seasons. And the list goes on and on. There's another group of cycles I call the complex cycles, because I believe they call for specialized knowledge. And an example of those cycles is the stock market, the market cycle. You will need specialized knowledge in order to venture into such cycles. There is the cycle of movements. We've seen a lot of different movements in a couple of few years past. There is the cycle of trends, new inventions, new things that everyone wants to have, everyone wants to happen to. And the list go on and on and on. If we peel back the curtain on time, just 20 years ago, we'll find out that we left one cycle behind. If we go back 40 years, 50 years, we're living a different cycle of time. Therefore, fast forward, mastering the cycles of life is vital to our success. It's so important of us knowing what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Thus, the idea of timing. Timing is so important, it could determine the result of a project that we're undertaking. Timing is so important, it could determine whether we lose in our investments. The medical industry used the idea of timing to introduce vaccinations to interrupt the cycles of certain diseases. An act that is responsible for the longer lifespans that we have today. The farmers use the idea of timing every year to be able to have the proper yields from their crops. Just for few examples. The idea of timing is so vital that we need to grasp it. Because whether we do or not, the cycles are happening around us. And those who grasp the idea, we see them benefiting immensely. Quickly, three ways we can master the cycles of our lives. Number one, let's be observers. Be an observer if you want to master the cycle of life. Knowledge comes from studying, active studying. But wisdom comes from observing. Wisdom, in simple terms, is knowing the right thing to do at the right time. That is wisdom, and it comes from being an observer. Let us observe. Let us step back and watch life. Let us step back and look at life. And look at how things run, how things operate, how life operates. Point number two, let us be seekers. Because being a seeker means that we are continuously moving. We are continuously searching. My favorite book says that if we seek, we will find. If we knock, the door will be open to us. If we ask, we will receive. Let us be seekers, because when we seek, we will stumble upon ideas that will change us. We will stumble upon things that will enlighten us. Things that we weren't even intending to find. You will find them. Why? Because you're continuously searching, you're continuously seeking. You've scrapped the idea of arrival. Lastly, number three, let us. The first one was be an observer. Number two, let us be seekers. And lastly, let us be action takers. Let's be action takers. Because life occurs in cycles, and if we miss this action, or every action that we don't take is considered a miss. Every shot that you don't take is considered a miss. So let us be action takers, because when you strike, when you take the action and you miss that cycle, you miss the timing, guess what? You've acquired knowledge. You know, you found out what time don't work, what don't work. It helps you get better. Let us scrap the idea of failure. My definition of failure is education. I have learned something new. I have acquired new knowledge. I found out what doesn't work. And the more we do that, the closer we get to what works. The closer we get, the better we get. And that's what's important. Because in this life, there is no arrival. We will never arrive. If you say you want to be a millionaire, if you get $1 million, guess what? You're going to need 2 million. If you get 2 million, you're going to want 4 million. If you get 4 million, you're going to want 10 million. There is no arrival. Only thing is, we can keep on getting better by the day, by the time. That's why it's important for us to be observers, for us to be seekers, and for us to be action takers. Because those actions, those three things will move us closer to success every time. Will move us closer. Will give us an idea of how the cycles of life work. And will help us achieve our success. Not that we will arrive, but we will get better. If you like this video, please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up and leave your comments. Tell me what I can do better or how I can do better. ask your questions. I'm open to answering questions and making videos to answer your questions. Until then, let's master the cycles of our lives. Have a good day.